Hola, hola, hola. Les traigo un nuevo video a mi canal. En este día traigo la saga de Hellblade, un juego que salió hace algún tiempo, pero me dio la ilusión jugarlo debido a que va a salir el número 2. Entonces quiero terminarlo para poder jugar la segunda edición con más ánimos. Me encanta este juego por sus mecánicas, por su visualización, por su jugabilidad, por su historia. Entonces espero que les guste, se diviertan y buen día.
Look around and you will see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest. I can't do this. Go back, go back.
They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
They're watching.
Mucha gente muerta por ahí.
Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her.
You're so close to the darkness. Go back.
Can you feel it? What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think it. Where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power. They can feel you. You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Then it was fear, runs far, far deeper. What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back. You can't do it. Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Bueno, esto es mucho de escuchar. Entonces, vamos a ver cómo nos va. ¿Qué es
Focus.
esto?
Look closer. Look. Use your eyes. Why isn't she looking closer?
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim, and that is where you must travel.
Bueno, en estos juegos yo soy mucho de ir despacio, de mirar bien todo, mirar a ver qué me puedo encontrar, qué no. Aparte este juego explotas con audífonos, no es realmente lo que ella está escuchando en su propia psicosis. Que viene.
Darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt.
Un poco de eso. ¿Se dan cuenta los subtítulos? Abajo sale lo que ella, bueno, la locutora del juego, la que cuenta la historia, y arriba sale lo que ella está escuchando. Nos llegamos a algún lugar. El juego yo lo he jugado antes, pero no lo jugué bien, lo pasé muy por encima. Entonces vamos a ver cómo me va, a ver si encuentro mejores cositas, a ver si encuentro todo. Me encantan las imágenes de este juego. Y la historia más que todo.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Vamos a encontrar a nuestro querido Dillian.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she turn back? He's already dead. But his soul is in Helheim. His soul still lives.
Me encantan los escenarios.
She needs to save his soul.
Cómo se ve.
Her soul to be at peace. She needs to lay him to rest.
The bridge
Toca
to
esperar con
Helheim.
ansias la segunda parte.
I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
Vamos a ver qué hay por aquí. Se encuentra algo más. No hay más hasta que llegan. Un juego excelente. La iluminación, los escenarios. Todo envuelve mucho al jugador. Bueno, vamos a ver por acá. ¿Qué me encuentro? esto.
Do not forget my stories, Senua, because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a
Me gusta leer
corpse
todo
will
y
take
ver
you
todo.
straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the river of knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim. Do not forget my stories, Senua, because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the river of knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
This isn't right. Quickly, come quick.
Tengo constantemente los voces están diciendo que vuelva.
Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
It's not going to hurt. It's going to hurt you. It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Don't listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way.
Don't listen.
I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
Around you now.
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Truth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
I can see what.
Hold it in your mind's eye.
She needs to focus
Find
now.
one like
She
it
needs
to open
use
the
her
gate.
eyes. It's the secret.
Look towards the gate, and the gate will open.
The gate is open. Go through the gate. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it.
It worked!
It's not safe.
Ok, como les decía, pues
I spent
he
6
jugado este
years
juego,
enslaved in hell.
pero hace mucho tiempo y
I
no
watched the
con,
Northmen, learnt their ways.
I know you did.
con la disposición como para
Listen.
jugarlo.
When everyone else laughed, my people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
voice joins
Bueno,
us.
esos escenarios.
She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here.
Ya quiero ver el segundo juego en la nueva generación de consolas.
I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
Despacio, despacio, despacio. Casi me he caído. Muy bien, llegamos.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
No sé cuáles me faltan y cuáles no. A ver. Un puentecito, muy bien. Para allá tengo que llegar. Bajamos por aquí. Y no podemos regresar. Muy bien. Aquí empezamos los combates. Creo.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that walks over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Someone's here.
Las tinieblas. Chan, chan, chan.
You took him from me. I beg you. Let him
Es
go.
como si nosotros fuéramos las tinieblas. ¿Quién la maneja?
I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Uy, a mí también se me olvidó pelear. Ok.
over.
Finish it.
Con fuerza, con ganas, con determinación. Muerte.
They're winning.
Ya tocaba perder, sí señores. Bueno, no sé qué acaba de pasar. Me morí. Empezamos súper bien, ya estoy muerto.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Entró en pánico, entró en pánico. No podemos morir, mejor dicho. No podemos dejar que nos maten tanto, porque si no se pudre. Se pudre Senua.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow. Whatever the cost.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
To Dillian. To his soul. It won't open.
How will she get through?
Why won't it open?
Why can't she open? She needs to challenge the gods.
She has to fight two gods first.
Two gods?
Two gates.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. Bet you weren't expecting that.
Bueno, vamos a ver a qué puerta. Vamos por esta.
Valravan, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravan and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
Bueno, pues, como mande su general.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Ok. Sigamos. Bien, acá venía yo. ¿Qué es esto? Ok, por acá no puedo pasar. Hay una marca.
What's that? It's a wall. It's a door. No, it's a pitch. No, it's not. Push it. Push it down. What do you think will happen? Come on. She did it. She did it.
Ok. Interesante. Quiero que vean esto. Bueno, ya quiero empezar y ya me perdí. Y ya me perdí. ¿Qué otro camino? Nope. No lo hay.
Illusion hides the path to Valravan. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
Bueno, que ahora sí. Ahora sí podré ver lo que no he visto. Volvemos ya. Ahí está.
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? But once we do, we We mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there.
Muy bien, salimos, excelente.
This anyone never could close her eyes. However hard she tried. Begged. She pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the
¿Qué pasó
relentless
por
dark,
acá?
all that lurks within it can see you too.
Ok, ok. Muérase. Se muere.
Defend yourself!
No me acuerdo cómo defenderme. Solo sé atacar.
Hurt, there's blood! He's gone! Don't let them get behind you! Keep them inside!
Eso es, ahora sí. No sé cómo defenderme, que me va a tocar. Descarado, asqueroso. ¿Qué más quiere? ¿Qué más quiere?
She will find what she's looking for.
Ok. Ok. Focus.
Valravan's power
Encontrar la
of
forma de
illusion
los
comes
tres
from
cuerpos.
ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, truth.
Look how much it's changed. It's all different. Something's shifted.
Logramos.
Something shifted. Can you feel it?
Can you feel it? Las puertas más sencillitas de abrir.
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that looks the same but feels different.
¿Esos son ojos?
An imposter world
No,
where the
no,
forest
no sé.
itself is
Eso es-
watching.
Qué susto. Qué puta. Bueno, está cerrada. Esto solo es que solo hay un camino. Entonces nos va mejor. A ver. A mover la colita. No la mueves, se te va a poner cosita.
Another
El
game.
perro.
Gates. You know what to do. Stay back. You have to open it. It's not safe. Don't listen.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
Alimenta a los cuervos. Alimentalos, Senua.
Which ravens? Can't you see?
Por acá. Vamos por acá.
Line up the ravens.
Aquí. Parece que no hay más. Así que vamos por la puerta.
Shh, 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 shh. What is it?
I hear something.
If you hear the sound of Valravan, follow it, and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions.
¿Qué es eso?
Where is it? It's not your fault.
Listen, focus. You need to focus. Focus.
Sigue los cánticos.
Is she lost? Wouldn't be the first time. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off berries, roots, and rabbits. It's not uncommon, you see. We call such a person a Gelt. Some, like Truth, become Gelt in search of penance. Others, like Senua, to purge a curse. Those who make it back are forever changed.
Bien, abrir estas puertas. Pelea conmigo, maldito. No huyas.
She can get up now. She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. She can get up. Must be magic. Dark magic. A trick.
Valravan tricking her.
Raven. How can she get up?
Bait.
It's him.
Dark magic draws her closer.
It's not him. He's helping her. It's not him.
It's a trick.
She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic.
It's an illusion.
Focus, focus.
We picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the woods, a creature in the night. If only it were that simple.
Elefantote.
The worst kind comes without warning. A deep and primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
No, que es por acá. Es que hay acá.
She can't get in.
She can't go in there. Valravan, he's there. She can't go in. Has to
Siempre
find
existe otra
another
ruta.
Truth says there's always another route.
Find a way somewhere. Go round. Find your own path. There's a different way.
Dando de vuelta los arbolitos. Mierda. Ahora se mueven, pues.
Now, this is near the
Mucha. No, me mató. Parece, no. Las voces me dicen. Uf. Eso estuvo súper peligroso. Casi me matan. Casi me matan.
The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything. Turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
Ya está la puerta. Y lo que veo, focus a la puerta.
The song.
Balravan.
Balravan's song. It's over here. It's over here.
Is that? It's over there. No, it's here. There's two.
Listen, focus, listen.
Demasiados cuervos.
This reminds the forest.
Where? Which forest?
The wilds.
Sí.
She went to the wilds a long time. Why did she go to the wilds?
She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own.
Did she beat her darkness?
No. It nearly killed her, but she tried.
Druth helped her.
If it wasn't for Druth, she'd be dead.
She can't beat her own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian. She came to beat her own darkness and marry Dillian.
No sé qué hacer.
But
She
it didn't
thought-
work.
She
No
thought
sé
her
qué
curse
hacer.
would affect him.
She thought her curse would spread to him.
Mm,
She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too. She nearly died.
She thought the curse made her tainted.
Druth helped her.
Ay, cayó. Abre todas las puertas que puedo. Y por acá.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last his soul moved. He gave a cry, gathered them in his mind, and learned.
Ok.
ravens.
The ravens.
They've gone.
They've gone.
No, half of them have gone.
They've gone.
Some are still there.
But where? Some are still there.
Val Raven's helping.
He's not helping.
It's true.
Quiet. I can't think. In the wild. In the cold winter woods.
Where have they gone?
She no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. But she remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become a part of her.
The ravens. They've all gone. No.
There's still three. There's three.
There's three. Where have they gone?
She did it. Doesn't know.
Looking back, I was so naive to think she could banish it on her own. The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all. And the gloom, the smallest hints of shape, sound, or thought, grow in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws.
Broken. The gate is open. Open. She did it.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness. It's like it doesn't want to kill her. Yet, it will gnaw at her, biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill.
Y ya está arriba.
Will she find Dillian
bueno.
before her time comes?
Pero bueno, no importa igual. Ya estuvo cerrado.
Overcome Valravan's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Sinnoa. You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó, niña? ¿Qué pasó?
Speak to me, Drew. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped, was born. Druth, the man that I am now. And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
Juego. Suave. De otro lado. Nos caemos. Muy bello, muy hermoso.
Broken. The gate is open. Open.
This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me. I'm still here.
¿Qué pasó?
Are you too? Where are we? I remember. It didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, it strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming so far into the void that maybe this time. But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
and she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua,
¿Qué pasa?
take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus! Focus! Focus!
I see! I see you now! You led me to the wilds! You trapped me there!
Overwhelming. It's going to lose. Defend yourself. Stop them. Go! Fight again. Spill their blood.
Uy, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó?
Behind you! Finish! End it! He's there! No, he's there! Remember your training.
Uy, sapo.
Stop them!
No, 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 no. Espérese, 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 espérese.
It's not over. It's not over. so weak, they can see you're weak. Focus now. Focus.
Tómelo.
I never beat you
Sin
in the
morir.
wilds, did I? It was an illusion. But not this time!
Muérase, muérase. Maldito engendro. Asqueroso.
The mark of Valravan. One of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory, bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights in the woods and wilds, there were times when she considered letting go.
¿A dónde escapar?
If it weren't for truth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
Bueno, yo creo que como ya guardamos,
When she was
lo
younger,
dejamos por aquí,
she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds.
por aquí, por aquí.
And as she saw them,
Bueno, gracias por verme.
shifting faces,
Síganme en mi canal de Twitch. Y si les gustó el video, pues síganme en mi canal de YouTube. Y buenas noches,
the
o
mountains,
buenos días, o buenas tardes,
Caves.
dependiendo de a qué hora estés viendo este video. Gracias y hasta luego.